Yeah, so I actually want to bring this out more like a philosophical type thing, actually, not even against Vladimir Putin exactly in this respect, but you're actually going to see this is kind of an overall thing that goes on everywhere, no matter if it's politics, government, entertainment, or throughout the ages. Now, this is actually a before and after picture of Vladimir Putin. This is him before in his younger days, and here's him now. And it's quite obvious he's had a lot of extensive plastic surgery done. And it's about upholding an image, a younger image for an audience in Russia. Strength. I'm a man that's on top of the game. I'm not getting older and that type of thing. So it's an age-old worry of people in a lot of different facets of society besides even just politics. But, actually, even in Russia, and this is well acknowledged. They say, I know Putin's been in power since 2000, but they say, who's to say there's not new faces in politics? The old faces actually changed. So he's actually, so it's something to get into as to what's the inside goings on with Putin himself. But, you should not be so much concerned so much with him, but how you are being led around, basically, and controlled. And it's not just him. I know people are going to invariably say, oh, you in the West are controlled by Obama and Hollywood. Or something. I know that. I know that. But it's going on throughout all peoples everywhere. And it's like people need to think for themselves. So he has had a very carefully crafted image. And this is part of his image, I guess. It's more of an appeal for, I guess, the Russian people. I guess this image would not work that well in the United States, okay, because the psyche of the United States is a little bit different from the Russian people. But he plays his image very carefully to keep himself on top. And I don't know if maybe he's not as popular as, the Russian government says, but that's part of the reason. Of course, riding the bikes, riding the motorcycles and the horses and stuff, right? And the other thing is for showmanship, and this is not just in Russia, but this is everywhere. It's in every country, everywhere. You'll see this a lot in the military, and it's the military parades. There's two facets of it. There's total chaos, confusion, total anarchy practically when there's a warfare going on, and at other times there's this illusion of total order, control. People focused on the machine itself, and this actually is almost like the same as what Hollywood does to people, but it's the uniform that controls and focuses all human effort and directs it by the elite on the top. And the population seems to always go for this. Actually, in the United States, even in a way, we were still more like that, but we were pretty much, before, I'd say even more years ago, we were more like really independent, but it's still in our psyche a lot. The lone biker thing, the lone cowboy thing, or whatever the hell it is. You know what the deal is. It's almost like independence going against authority. That's still in the USA, it's psyche. So it's got, in the psyche at least, it's still got that real strong streak of independence and freedom, even though it's losing it in the United States piecemeal. But this is usually the method by which it's done, through things like that. And, it's almost like, this is a caricature, but, I am the strong man, get behind me. I can knock anybody out, so stay behind me. And, that's part of, like, what Putin does. But I just want to point some other things out here, because actually politics and entertainment is a lot the same. Joan Rivers once said that it's a damn tough business. You got to look good in this business. You have to look good. I like this lady because actually I think she would have been a great president, to tell you the truth. And one of the things where her success was that she said the things that everybody else was afraid to say. And it was on their minds, though. It was something on their minds. They were afraid to say it, but she said it in a funny way where it kind of broke the ice. That's one of her main things. I like this lady, man. She always spoke against the grain and so many things, but she brought it out not in a negative, she brought it out in a funny way. But I'm going to have to tell you that politics and entertainment, a lot of it is the same. That's actually why Ronald Reagan was such a successful president. The actor. He's an actor. What the hell else is new? And actually, a lot of this stuff, even in the military, it's like a big dog and pony show. Actually, amongst, this may be the commander or whatever he is, a general or whatever he is. But, actually, who's probably given, it'll be one of these people in the rank and file that are standing here, doing their salute to this commander. It'll be one of these people or several of these people that do the most sacrifice to give honor to this uniform and not the leaders. And that's always been that way. Actually, it's people that have only been in the military 2 or 3 years sometimes due to fighting, and they come back and they're not even in that long. That's actually what happens. But you always have to have this, the parade, the charade. Parade and charade are almost synonymous in offense. But it's almost like Putin himself is actually very, very, very much worried about his image, and it all goes along with this. It's about controlling people. So I always get into this, like Joan Rivers, she was actually very much concerned with her image. She's had plastic surgery done, but she jokes about it. See, that's the difference between, like, say, comparing her to somebody like Vladimir Putin, for instance, because she joked about it, she admitted to it, she says, I don't know, she made a lot of comments about her plastic surgery. I like this lady. She would have been a great, anybody of her character would have been a really great leader in the White House because, we could actually kind of relax. And anything that was going on that was bad, she could make a joke about it and not be so stuffy and things like that. I like this lady. Actually, I think when she brought out that stuff about Obama and Michelle Michael Obama, whatever the hell it is, I think that was the tipping point and really what happened, because when she went into the hospital, that was a very, very minor procedure for her throat. That was not something life-threatening. It had to be a big screw-up by the anesthesiologist or something. I don't know, because it was a minor procedure for being a little bit, she thought she was getting a little raspy or something. But that's my hero right there, heroine, Wonder Woman here. But anyway, but the same thing is actually going on in the mind with Vladimir Putin, except he's almost like what you would call an entertainer in a way. He's keeping you focused on him. And but it's dangerous in his case because he's aggressive. He's aggressive and he's playing a chess game. And I mean, yeah, you can say, oh, the West is aggressive. I know, they're all aggressive, okay? But I'm saying is, we should not be getting behind picking A team or B team or C team or D team. We should be getting behind, thinking for ourselves and our own 2 feet. Because actually what we're worshiping here is an illusion. He's got the illusion he did the plastic surgery. And, I tell you the truth, I like Joan Rivers 100 times better. But, she did the same thing. But it's all about because the people will not like you if you don't look good or you don't look the part. And, Putin plays his part. He plays his part like this strong man. I am strong for Russia. You could trust me. I'm taking care of things. Don't you feel safe? And, that's the kind of game that's going on. But it's a big dog and pony show. And when you're doing this, you're giving your rights up to not to elitists like this guy here. It's almost like, you really, the people on the top are some of the worst corrupt scum going. And, the United States itself was formed about keeping those type of people in check. Our whole way of life, the real way of life, not just to say, oh, we got an iPad or something like that, or we got this and, we got this, we can go to the movies and watch any movie we want and whatever the hell it is. That's not our way of life. Our way of life is that we can actually, the people themselves got the power, and the people themselves are giving it up through all these dog and pony shows, and that's the thing. Any true American should be very leery of these type of things, and I guess the Americans don't really have as much of a problem like that because actually in American psyche, Joan Rivers was very popular because she realized she tore down the phonies, but she made fun of herself too. She was not an egotistical person that was like, oh, I got this plastic surgery and I'm God and look how beautiful I am and everything, you know. She doesn't act like that. She never acted like that. She was a down-to-earth person. I like this lady a lot, so I'm throwing this in here, too. I'm telling you, man, I'm really pissed off at this deal because I wish she wasn't dead, man. I really do. I really do. This really, really, really pisses me the hell off because I'm really suspicious. And, but, you know, she could poke fun at people. She could poke fun at herself. But she also realizes that axiom. It's a tough business. You got to look good. You know, if she did not go through all the surgeries and things, I guess she would not have maintained her popularity as well. And you know what's the fault of that to people? Like, say for instance, you know, here's Vladimir Putin again, and you know, say he looked like this, and the people were saying, "Oh, he's starting to look old. Maybe we need time for a change." He's worried about that, you know. But you know, that's partly the people's fault too. That's partly the people's fault. Because they go for images. And when they do that, they're giving up their freedoms because they're basically worshiping, they're putting another god in front of themselves other than the true God. That's what they're doing. You know, they're putting this man as God. You know, invariably these people will, you know, say to me, if I criticize this guy, they'll say, "Well, you got your Obama." He's not my Obama. He's not my God. He's not my God. So I don't know what the hell the deal is with this stuff. And this has been age-old throughout history. And it seems like it's never going to end. I don't know what the hell to say about it, man. It's like somebody will come up like this guy again. And it's like, it's a big show. It's a big show. That's all I'm saying. I mean, I don't know what the hell. I mean, you know, you think everybody, there isn't somebody better. And, you know, I'd be mad if there was somebody like this in the United States when they take power too long like this. This is ridiculous. It's ridiculous, but it's a matter of principle. So, just remember that, you know, Miss Joan Rivers, man, I like this lady. But anyway, you know, that's really what's going on in politics. That's actually what's going on in the military. It's the image is important. But, you know, in the case of Joan Rivers, you had a genuinely caring, honest person there. Even though, I mean, she pissed some people off. Yeah, I know she probably pissed off the Obamas, but she was not trying to piss him off. You know, she said that as a matter of fact, like, you know, get over it. You know, we already got a gay president. We have, you know, do you know Michelle Obama's a tranny? You know that. And the guy's like, ooh, you know, and he says, oh, that's okay. You know, like, calm down, you. She was like almost telling the guy that was interviewing her, calm down, you little flake. You freaking can't. You know it, too. You're just acting, you know. And yeah, I tell you what, I miss this lady already. I don't even know her. I mean, I don't know her, but I just know what kind of character she's cool. She's cool, man. She's good to go. Anyway, just beware of the image. The image. And, well, in her case, you knew there was no image because she kept stating I had plastic surgery and she made fun of herself. But she knows how people are. We got to have that image. She knows it's a tough business. She knows it. But it's like she did not play an image, actually. She was being herself all the way. She was open about everything. This is actually, you know, if you got a leader like this lady, I'll tell you what, if I wanted a woman president, it wouldn't be Hillary Clinton. It would be Joan Rivers. Guarantee you. I'd vote for this lady in a second flat. Joan, I wish she was alive. She was right. I mean, I'd vote for her in a second flat. Hillary Clinton, no. She's mean. Joan Rivers, I would have voted for Joan Rivers. No problem, man. You're in there, man. You're in there, baby. You got the White House. Now, you know, just want to compare it, though, with this guy. There's something, you know, it's like... he's like hiding all this. You know, if some paper came out in Russia, oh, Putin had these plastic surgeries, they'd shut the paper down. But I also want to say something, too, because, you know, people are idiots sometimes when they figure out something eventually, like, say, the masses all start turning against Vladimir Putin. Don't turn against his daughters. Because I just got to say this at the end here, because, you know, he might be something screwed up, but that doesn't mean his daughters are screwed up. I just got to tell you that because it's like people are stupid, man. They are. You know, say this guy turns out to be like a bad guy and he blows up half of Europe or something. I think he is. Don't go crucifying their daughters because of the father. I just have to say that at the end here because people are stupid. They're stupid. I don't think. Your willpower or whatever the hell it is that's in your intentions are directly inherited from your parents or whatever it is. It's up to the person. So, if the world turns against Putin, I hope they don't turn against the daughters because that's just getting stupid. You know what I mean? Over and out.